I need that eye wall to come over me now. Building's behind me. There's a huge building. There's a huge roof behind me. It's where you vacuum cars at. And this like 40-foot by 100-foot roof coming off. And the roof over my car wash is raising. Popping off the camera, just bear with me. Oh my gosh. Okay, where's that eye wall? Come on. I got tons of lightning also. Tons of lightning around the eye wall. Western, northwestern side. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Look at this thing. It's just like, it just keeps wobbling here. It's like, I hate to say it, but it almost acts like it's stalling. I hate to say that, but it sure looks like it. Look at this thing. Look at these little wobbles in here. And these little things keep pedaling around and swinging around. Look at this thing. This is right now, this is, just to give you an idea, 120 to 145 mile-an-hour winds in this area right here. We are absolutely getting hammered in Fulton and Rockport. Cat 4 hurricane now. Gosh, zero visibility outside. Man, I just want this eye wall to come over me as soon as it can. God, I want this eye wall to come over us to stop this insane. Golly, this is super insane. My gosh. Look at this eye wall. I'm gonna loop it for you. Look at that. The guys, the winds outside are just. Gosh. The eye wall it is hammering us now. Absolutely hammering us. Cat 4. Just about to make landfall, very close to our location. The center may go just east of me here, between us and Lamar. Oh gosh, the roof just went flying by. The problem is, guys, there's so much sheet metal, and there's, you know, heavy metal roofs down here and clay tiles. You get that stuff coming through the air at 150 miles an hour and hits you, you're done. That's it. I'm in the car. I'm in a car wash backed in. I'm facing south. And the entire car wash is flexing. The roof's trying to come off here at this location, and the block walls are literally the only way to describe it is they're flexing. And every time we get a big, huge wind gust, you can see the wall like bulge in. And it's actually because the wind's coming around the car wash. It gets in these car wash bays. And while ago, I actually had the wind trying to shove my car, even though it's in park, out toward 35 in front of me here. It's trying to shove me out of the car wash as the winds are changing direction. I'm in the northwest wall, and occasionally I think this thing's, you know, I really want it to come back northwest. I want this eye wall to keep moving, tracking. I want this thing to come over us as quick as it can to get us out of this 130 mile-an-hour winds. I want this eye wall to come up over us quickly, or the damage is going to be really bad here. I mean, there's a lot of, I can't tell you how bad the damage is going to be. There's going to be a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, car's rocking violently again. Gosh, I hope this thing holds it. Oh my gosh. Okay, the wind's starting to change directions on me. Try to come around the backside. Oh gosh. Uh-oh. God, something just happened bad. I think something else just happened. Hang on, let me go outside. Something horrible just happened. Oh my gosh. What happened? What happened?
That went down. Part of the roof.
Oh, the roof collapsed behind. The roof just came off. That's that building's being collapsed, right?
That just happened.
Yeah, the roof just collapsed behind. It's okay. The roof's giving away. We're in this Iowa, we're in the 140-mile-an-hour northwest Iowa, like 2 miles away.
It is incredible.
Look at the rough, look at the rough. Oh my gosh, the rough's going, everything. I know, just had lightning hit the eye wall and everything's disintegrating. The roughs are coming off. Everything's coming apart. There it goes. Oh my gosh, the roughs are coming off. Right now, the roughs are coming off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Okay, guys, I'm 145. The roofs are coming off all the buildings. Yeah, all the buildings behind. Okay. Oh, watch out, finally. Simon, Bristol next to me on each side of the bag, on each side of me. The buses are all coming apart behind me and in front of me. Stand by. Oh my gosh. They're all going. I'm gonna have total infrastructure failure. I got lightning just behind me. Lightning's just behind me. Lightning in the eye wall. Lightning on the north side of the eye wall. Just north of Fulton. Lots of lightning. On the car washes. Let's go. He's moving. He knows everything's flying. We're trying to get ready. Direction. Oh my gosh! There it goes! The whole roof just came off. It's flying. It's gonna fly into the bays now. You guys can't. More lightning just struck at me. My bay, you can't see it, but my upper roof, I can see everything crack. And the beams, it's like a 2-inch crack. The whole roof on that's over me is about to come off. The roof behind me is now falling. It's gone. The I-beams are failing. The overhead I-beams are failing on the building behind me. Oh my gosh, everything's failing. a second. I gotta take a break. Just a second, guys. I'm soaking wet. I gotta wipe my face off. Just a minute. Oh my gosh. Stay with us, guys. Stay with us, guys. Give you an update. Gosh, let me show you what's going on right here in Rock Park. Trying to get my act together here. 145 mile an hour winds overhead. 145, got 148, 145, almost 150 mile an hour winds onshore. 145, 140 onshore, doing damage, major damage underway. And we're in this northwest eye wall, and it's trying to bend. Let me look at this loop here. The structures behind us has collapsed. It's a roofing to a car wash has collapsed, and our roof is trying to come off, and the brick pillars behind us have broken too that support the columns, and the columns where we're at, they're trying to break. I can see the I-beams coming off the north, lifting off the brick pillars. There's big gaps now on the I-beams in the roof. It's trying to pull it up, and there's like a big 2-inch gap now. You can see that in the I structure, in the I-beams just above my heads. Okay, it looks like we're down to, look at how close I am, guys, to the eye wall now. My gosh, look at this. Got total destruction here outside my window. It's just total destruction going on now. It's really bad. Hang on, I gotta wipe off the camera, sorry. Okay, we're now down to, this is, gosh, this is crazy close. What am I? Come on, what is it, a mile, half a mile, 3 blocks, what is it? Oh my gosh, come on. I'm down to 2 miles now, 2 miles from the high. To go from 145, 140, down to Hopper calmer winds. We do have damage in some major. In this area, I got roofs ripped off, I-beam splitting. Gosh, I want this thing slowed. There's another sign just went by the front of the car. Sorry I didn't be able to answer anybody's questions here. Just totally focused on the hurricane, trying to stay safe, because it's this thing, depending if it jogs to my east, the wind will change direction. We've got to escape and go to another side of the building quickly, as the debris will be flying. Okay, look at this thing. Well, boy, it's so close. More debris hit the building. Oh my gosh. Guys outside here, it's just unbelievable. Probably, again, winds 140, 130, probably 120 sustained, gusting at 145. Be my best estimate right now. That's an estimate. It's not measured. Simon's got some measuring stuff. Building behind me. Gosh, it's even worse now. My ears continue to hurt. Oh my gosh, the car's rocking violently. Oh, here it comes. Oh my gosh. Yep. Winds over here at 134 to 144, 149. It's like just a mile from me, coming on shore. 149 mile an hour winds coming on shore, just about a mile from me. Over my location right now, 139 to 144. This is Doppler, not measured. This is Doppler. It says I'm at 2,000 feet, 32 miles. I'm at 2,000 feet. I am at 140 40 miles an hour, 140 at 2,000 feet. In Fulton, this is a recap. This Hurricane Harvey, Category 4, very destructive hurricane coming on shore. It's like a tornado, trust me. Coming ashore, and we do have damage, possibly something major occurring on I-30 on the 35 corridor here through Rockport. Power's out. Don't know about the storm surge. If Chris, you can call me on the send me a text on my other number. If anybody's got anything on the storm surge, that would help tremendously. And tons of lightning right now. Look at the lightning on the lightning deal. Look at the lightning here. And I'm seeing power flashes immediately north of my location. Numerous power flashes, not just from the power going out, but this is lightning in the eye wall. Thanks, Chris. Yep. Okay, thanks, Chris. Yep. And so we have a lot of stuff going on there. Okay. On my personal phone. Call me on the personal phone, Kathy. Call me on the personal phone, Kat. Yes. Okay, baby, I know, I love you. Yeah, the buildings are coming apart in front of me. I gotta go. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, bye. I love you. Bye. Okay, the buildings are disintegrating in front of me. Now they're coming apart. The walls are flying by. I see roofs and walls coming apart in front of me, going horizontally about 2 feet to 4 feet above the ground. Oh my dear God, this thing is, oh my gosh. I need this eye wall to get over us. I need to be in the eye. Gosh, I need to get in the eye. This is just incredibly destructive. There goes, you gotta see that? Our roof just went past the car. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, we're down to like 2 miles, mile and a half. Okay, the hurricane definitely is tracking. It's trying to jog back to the northwest. It's trying to track back to the northwest. It's wobbling. It continues to wobble. It's slowed way down because the steering currents are weakening on it, and it's trying to. The model says it was going to try to hook as it approached the coastline. It was going to try to cut back to the northwest, and it's thinking about that. It's looking at it. We'll see if that happens. That's also, we got a little bit of, it's called little friction as the eye wall approaches. It wants to stay over water, and you got land interaction here, so it's got a little compression stuff going on. But I just hope this thing continues to track.
It typically is.
Northwest. I want to get in that eye wall. I mean, I definitely want to get in this eye wall.
Online to disaster
that's important. I just want this madness outside my car here to stop. It is madness here. I can't explain.
They'll be able to do that with
140,
you.
There's just, everything is flying by the front of my car. To say this area is coming apart is another understatement. It's disintegrating. Is the only way to describe it. Did you see that? Another roof just went by the car. More, I got structures failing by beside me. Structures just the other side are failing. Yep. Yep. This is Jeff. Hello. My pressure's down to 9. I'm down to 940. Looks like 944, 943. stand by. This is Jeff. Yeah, I can't talk to you right now. I'm sorry, I cannot talk to you. Who's this? Okay, I understand. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm in zero visibility and 140 mile an hour winds. Yep, thanks. Yep. I try to go back outside. Oh gosh, maybe not. Hang on. Gosh. Is the roof coming off? Is it falling apart? Is it not? Getting ripped apart. Okay. About to come off. Oh, the next building's collapsing to the west or to the north there. It's coming off. The next building's collapsing. That one's coming off too. The building next to us is coming. Live Hurricane Harvey, Cat 4. We're in the northwest eye wall right now. Winds and speed probably 130, maybe gust to 140. In that range. We've had structure failures around it. Roof come off. Lots of flying. Oh gosh. Here it goes. The building behind me. The whole thing. Still here. It's about to fly by. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. The winds are actually getting worse. Gosh. You didn't think it's getting worse. Uh-oh. The front side, okay, it's getting worse. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. Is that something else back there? Tell me! Oh, you're down! Shoot! God! Don't let it come in here. We have to get the cars. I got my shoulder body against the wall here. I can feel the sidewalk wall bulging. Steve's up there above it. Simon, shine that light up. Simon, shine that light up for a second on that beam. Put that beam up there. Shine it on there. See the beams are breaking from the left, the pillars. Start to lift off the roof. Guys, thanks, buddy. Man, I need that. We need the spinners coming over soon. I don't know if there's anything left over here. If we stay in these winds like this for 6-8 hours without getting the eye itself, it's going to be big trouble here. I mean, big trouble. This is continuous live hurricane coverage. Hurricane Harvey, Cat 4. Course right now, we're in Texas, to the eastern purpose. Yeah, more lightning. Yeah, there shows it on the radar too. Time it in. Yeah, there we go. You're on the lightning bolt. Continuous lightning in the north eye wall, northwest eye wall. We have very heavy, intense lightning. Another lightning bolt. We've had about 5 in the last 15 seconds. Definitely it's lightning. It's not transformers. It's lightning. This north eye wall is absolutely one of the wickedest hurricanes I've been on. It is absolutely one of the wickedest. It rivals Andrew in Louisiana when it comes ashore. It is absolutely super wicked. Like I'm about to drown outside. I'm soaking wet. Look at the sign that just blew in front of me. It latched onto a telephone pole. Some sign. Look at the sign. There it goes. This blew away. Everything's moving. It's blowing at about 140. Buildings are coming apart all around us. For sure. Absolutely 100%. We're still in the northwest eye wall. If we stay in this eye wall, can't get in the eye in the calm winds. It's God help us here. Look at this. Look how close we are to the calm winds. You got vortexes spinning up. Look at the car shaking violently now. Oh gosh. Did they get hit? Just a minute. I gotta check on Simon. Then they got hit. Just a minute. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
What happened?
The whole roof came off.
Oh, our roof's coming off. Shut it up there. Our roof's coming off. We're failing here. Our roof's coming off here. Stop it. You gotta. More lightning. This eye wall is absolutely one of the wickedest eye walls I've ever filmed. This
northwest Y wall, very close to me now. I'm going for like 120, 130 down to 70, 80, and then back to 120. More debris flying by. Second, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, how much longer? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. This eye wall just will not come over me. The eye. The eye wall's over me, but not the eye. Oh gosh, the car's rocking. Looks like it's trying to push me out of here. The center of the eye is like 1 mile away, mile and a half. Just a mile to my south and east. Just getting super hammered, 65 degrees east, and the winds. Let's go back and look at the winds here. Look at this, guys. It's over me. I mean, it's just absolutely. This is just mass crazy here. This is very destructive hurricane. I'm gonna put this down for just a second. I gotta plug this one in. Guys, you're about to lose power on this phone that I'm streaming from, and I'm going to plug in. I'm going to have to set you down in the car while I'm out filming outside in the bay here, because this is it. This is it, as we say in the business. I mean, this is your one chance to film. I'm going to be outside filming. Hang on a minute. Sorry guys, I know it's just. See what pressure's down to. Says my pressure's down to 9. I'm down at 939, 940. It's fluctuating 940, 939. It's my pressure 939, 940 at my location. It's fluctuating between the two. 939. Pressure still flowing. 939.8, 939.5. 939.6. It's fluctuating between 6 and 7. 939.7. Pressure's falling. Continue to fall. The eye wall now bumping back up to 940. It's going back and forth. 939, 940. The car's rocking so violently I can't explain it. I mean, it's trying to literally shove me out into the wind and behind. This Jeff. Please do not call me.
The stairway is separating from the rest of the hotel, and they made us all come downstairs into the lobby, and people are very concerned. Outside, the winds are just hammering this hotel. I mean, an epic pounding. I'm surprised that more windows aren't broken.
Jeff. Things are still coming apart here. Still the north eye wall, northwest eye wall. Thanks, James Reynolds from Taiwan. Thank you. Look how close this is, guys. Look at the eye wall. We're almost in the eye now. Thank God. Almost. We need this eye to come over me. Look at the eye wall. We need it to come over. My ears are just insanely hurting right now. We're not going to answer the phone right now. I know. Yeah, 142, 145 over above us right now. 145, 142, 143. Yeah. Yeah, one. Yeah. Levi, I couldn't understand. Levi Calvin. This is one. Okay. Stuff keeps blowing away. Stand by. 9. I'm showing 937. 937.0. 937.5. 937.5. Shows I'm at 9 feet elevation, which is about right on this road. 9 to 10 feet elevation on this road. And I'm at 937.8. 937.8. Another roof just went by. Now somebody can verify the pressure. I'm bouncing around 939 to 938, 938.2, 938.4, 938.4, 938.2, 938.1 now. We're like probably less than a half a mile from the eye wall. 938.5. It keeps bumping, going back and forth, changing erratically, really fast. 938.5, 938.4. Winds are really violent outside now. The whole car is rocking violently. Look at all the debris passing the car. This is the wall of debris and the north eye wall. 93.8, 98.2. I know my roof's coming off above me. I can hear it. There it goes. There it goes. My roof just went off. It's coming off. 938.6. I'm jumping, going back up. 939.4. 939 point. Bouncing back and forth to 938.1, 938.9. Bouncing back and forth in that general area. God, there goes another part of the roof just went by. My wind's changing directions here. We're going to be coming more of the kind of the northeast or northeast. I guess as the thing passes, we'll have to change direction. I'll have to move it a slightly different location. This is where it's going to get really dangerous just ahead. Bouncing around 939 right now, 939.3, 993. 938, 938.7. It's bouncing in that 938, 93.7. It's bouncing. That's where it keeps bouncing. That's really worse. The roof just failed. The whole building just collapsed. The whole building just collapsed around me. Right now, the building just collapsed around me. It just collapsed. There it is. The whole building just collapsed around me. I'm 938. And the eye wall's like a half a mile south of me. The building just collapsed. The roof just collapsed. The building just collapsed beside me. Hello? Hello? Oh, gosh. Guys, I can't answer any calls right now. Can't answer any calls right now. The whole building decided to collapse. Oh my gosh, the building behind me. That collapsed too. Everything's given away. The building behind me is gone. Everything's collapsing. The eye wall. The building's falling. The building right next to me is off. Everything's gone. The building behind me is gone. The collapse roof's gone. The beams are breaking. The beams are just torn behind me.
We probably wouldn't. I mean, each situation we probably assess it and see what we could do. But again, we don't want to put our personnel in danger trying to respond to something that again puts them in even greater danger.
Sure it does. By the way, folks, as we're talking with you, we're looking at the view from the Holiday Inn downtown. This is just a live camera that kind of gives you an idea of what is going on down there.
That's the wind.
Yeah, just the incredible rain showers, wind-driven.
We talked earlier about sideways rain. There you go.
That's an example of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Captain.
Yeah, I'd say, at this point we would hope that everyone has found a safe shelter and is just remaining there until conditions improve where they can do something else. But as it is now, just stay hunkered down like you are and just wait.
Yeah, and I think the city of Corpus Christi has done just that. At least that's what we have heard. We've heard no reports of serious injuries or anything else, and certainly there's been damage, but in terms of injuries to human beings, nothing that we have heard so far. Now that may change when we know more tomorrow, but as of tonight, that's the way it looks, and that would indicate really a successful strategy for handling this kind of event. And I'm not sure it really gets much worse in terms of a threat than this.
Yeah, everything is designed toward life safety, so that's the number one goal. Life safety of the residents, life safety of the personnel, all city personnel.
Yeah.
So if we accomplish that, then it's been successful.
Yeah, and Mayor McComb was making the point, I thought very well, that the economic things, that is totally separate and can be managed, it can be replaced and so forth, but you can't replace human lives.
That's exactly
and so if we succeed in not having any serious injuries and not having any loss of life, then we've won. This has been a success.
Exactly. Yeah, and I
Captain,
think,
anything that you want to say to anyone that's listening right now?
well, to any who, I'm sorry?
Oh, to any of our viewers, anyone that's listening right now?
Yeah, it's just, as a general statement, all of us here in the emergency response field, we're hoping and praying for everyone's safety, and hope everyone just continues what they're doing. If they're keeping themselves safe, to just continue what you're doing.
What I'm wondering, Captain, we'll let you go here in just a second, but what I'm wondering is if it is determined, as it might be, that there is a real need for help in the Rockport-Fulton area because of all the damage there, the fact that it's going to be more severe than what we experienced in Corpus Christi. Would there be any kind of assistance the fire department could provide?
At this point, in Rockport, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't think at this point we could travel to Rockport to help with anything. Again, what you're doing, you're making a bad situation worse, possibly. So as hard as that may seem to do, that's just to be how we would have to handle the situation.
Okay, well, Captain Dunn, we appreciate your being with us tonight, and thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you. Y'all
Thank
stay
you,
safe.
Captain.
All right, take care.
You too.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.
We have our Bill Churchwell, he's outside. Did you say that?
Who let him outside?
Carla?
We're supposed to keep
Hopefully
everyone inside.
barely outside.
Yeah.
Bill, what's going on?
Hey there, guys. I got to let you know we are staying pretty close to our door. We are not venturing too far out, and this is the reason why. Right here, take a look down on the ground. This piece of debris actually flew to us through our awning here. Luckily, we are covered by this overhang, but this is scary stuff, and this is the type of the debris that is flying around right now. We have also heard reports about trees toppled over, fences down, and of course those power lines popping. A lot of people left in the dark tonight. But I also want to let you know, right behind us, we're here outside of TV3, right behind us is SPID. And for the most part, we have not seen a lot of people driving, but we have seen 1 or 2 vehicles drive down SPID. That is dangerous, folks. We might not be right in the middle, the eye of the storm, but we are still experiencing very strong wind gusts out here. They almost want to knock you over at some points when they gust really hard. But this is the reason why you don't want to drive around. You could run over something like this filled with nails, and that is not good. Then you're going to end up being stuck on the side of the road in this mess right here behind us. But again, we are experiencing those hurricane force winds just outside of our studios. We are not venturing out, folks. We are not going out in our vehicles right now, and you should not either. Stay at home. That is the safest place right now. Back to you.
Okay, Bill.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank you. I'm glad to know that you're not very, yeah, I heard, thank you, Carlitos. I'm glad that Bill is not too far outside, but come on in. And we have Marcus Moore, who is live from the Omni?
Live from, I believe it's...
From the Holiday Inn. Okay, that's where we're getting that live picture. Hey, Marcus.
Well, good evening. We are here in Corpus Christi, and we have been experiencing rounds of rain. There are times when it will get calm here, and then the wind will pick back up. But I can tell you, since about 6 o'clock our time here in Corpus Christi, we have had a sustained wind of at least 55 miles per hour here, and the rain has continued to fall. It pelts your face. It's a stinging kind of pain as the rain continues to come down here. The eye of this storm, as we have been hearing, is already making its way onto the shore farther to the north, about 25 to 30 miles north of where I'm standing now. We are in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn Hotel, which is right along Shoreline Drive here in Corpus Christi, and a number of evacuees, people who have homes that are actually boats that are out on the Gulf. They've evacuated from those boat homes and have been riding out this storm here at the hotel. We are here tonight riding out this storm here and watching Hurricane Harvey as he makes his way onto the Gulf Coast. I can tell you that right now, as you may be able to see, the lights are on just behind me here. We still have electricity, which is a surprise. We expected that electricity to go out some time ago. We did have the lights flicker on and off briefly earlier this evening, but for the most part, those lights have stayed on. I can tell you that off in the distance, we have heard the sounds of transformers appearing to go out or blow up, if you will, and seen some flashes in the air. But where we are right now, the power is still on. Authorities have been urging people to hunker down as this storm works its way through, because as we speak right now, first responders will not respond to any emergencies. They say it's just too dangerous for their crews to go out and respond to any 911 calls. So as this storm continues to work its way along the Texas coast, not only are authorities concerned about the wind damage that we may experience, but flooding and that storm surge. Back to you.
Marcus, we really appreciate that you are, doing that live shot for us. But that just honestly looks just too dangerous, and we understand. Thank you, Marcus, and Marcus is doing his job, and this is something that that we do.
Let me interject real fast. There is a buoy offshore of Rockport, and the wind speeds out there now, 4 miles per hour. It's in the eye.
Oh, look at that.
It's in the eye. Wind speeds at 4 miles per hour.
It actually becomes calm.
It's
right in the center
right in the middle of that. It's absolute calm, and you can probably look up and see stars.
Wow.
But now, if you are in that vicinity, don't be clicking your heels thinking the worst is over, because you have the back side of it coming your way, and the wind's going to come out of the other direction. If you just got hit with winds out of the northeast, you're going to get hit with winds coming out of the southwest here, probably within a half hour, an hour or so. But yeah, 4 mile an hour winds.
You know, but there are constantly, every day we had Hurricane Hunter planes go into that storm in the Gulf of Mexico, trying to analyze what it was all about, its wind speed and ultimate direction and so forth. And we do have some video here of the Hurricane Hunter plane. This is the actual plane that was going through and looking at this storm, Hurricane Harvey, I believe today. And they just sent us this picture to show what that was like. But it's just these are guys who go, and gals who go into And it's not, I don't think it's particularly dangerous, is it?
No. I mean, I told you the other night, a friend of mine, not a buddy, but a friend of mine, who was a pilot of one of those. And he says, yeah, it gets bumpy. You're going through a storm. But, I mean, professional pilots can handle that. Sure. But it is not a smooth flight. Also, that plane, I think it's every 2 years. I think they still do it. Every 2 years they have it at the airport prior to hurricane season. 1 year they bring it to the Gulf Coast. The next year they bring it up the Atlantic states. So sometimes that makes it down. And they bring school kids. You can go out there and just walk through it. But yeah, it's a bumpy ride.
Interesting. Yeah.
Until you get in the eye, and then it's nice and smooth.
Yeah. All right, let's join our Brianna Whitney, who is on the telephone with us now, live from the Omni downtown, and she's ready to give us the perspective from down there, kind of paint us a word picture of what's going on, because we don't want her out in there in front of a camera when it's blowing and going like this. But Brianna, what can you tell us at this point?
Right. So my photographer Ruben and I were sitting in our 11th floor room of the Omni, and it is scary. We are sitting in the bathroom. The reason for that is because the wind is so loud that it's, well, first we've heard the window rattling, so we're worried about glass, trying to stay as far away from that as possible. On top of that, about 2 or 3 times now, the hotel has actually swayed back and forth a little bit. Now this hotel is
you can actually feel it sway back and forth.
Yes, 100%. That happened probably 2 or 3 times.
Matt Gutman, I said hello. Okay, just you guys stay safe. That's probably definitely the best place to be, like you said, in the bathroom. So scary to hear that you can feel a concrete building swaying back and forth. We'll get back to you, Brianna. You guys be safe. We're going to go to Bill Vesey right now. He's got some information.
Just some damage reports. First of all, they're saying there's still not official landfall, but the official landfall might be real close to the new Highway 35 bridge over Copano Bay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And that might be where the official landfall is.
And I'll bet that was built to withstand a hurricane of some sort.
I sure hope so.
You know, typically it's 130.
Just opened like in April, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Port Aransas, sustained winds 110. Gust 131. Port Aransas. Here's another Port Aransas, gust 125. Multiple trees down, Galahar and Castoris here in Corpus Christi. Rockport emergency manager reports buildings collapsed with people trapped inside and squad car windows broken in Rockport.
Where?
Rockport. Buildings collapsed with people trapped inside and squad car windows broken in Rockport. Copano Village, 121 mile per hour wind gust. Rockport train spotter reports numerous structures destroyed, debris filling the air, estimated peak wind gust 125. Wow. Awful.
Not good.
Well, we're going to pray that the people who were trapped in the building are okay. Not much you can say about that kind of a storm. It was just a head-on kind of slamming into Rockport. You know, they're right on the coast there. So that's what we know at this point. Obviously, we're going to know more tomorrow.
Well, we still haven't even gone through the eye of the hurricane fully yet, you know.
And again, right around the eye wall there, that red color, which is denoting the strongest storm, is still bright red.
Can we put up the tower cam, our own tower cam right here on overlooking SPID so we can see what conditions are like right here?
You can just hear the wind above us, and it's just howling, and
Were you all in the room when we looked up at these sound tiles and they were moving?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, Sean. So is that confirmed?
Looks like it's headed your way. That information.
Okay. Okay, we have some information that we're going to share with you immediately that we were hoping is not true, but okay, here it is. Okay, so due to Hurricane Harvey, a precautionary boil water notification has been issued by the city of Corpus Christi. Sean, can we get this on Facebook? Yes. Okay, so again, because of the hurricane, there is a precautionary boil water notification issued by the city of Corpus Christi. Oh boy, this is one of the last things.
I don't know, how many is this? 5 now?
This applies to customers who get a water utility bill from the city of Corpus Christi. So you get a utility bill from the city of Corpus Christi. This means we have to boil our water. Hopefully you have electricity or gas to be able to boil your water. Because of the storm, this is from the city of Corpus Christi. Because of the storm, the water system has become unstable, and out of an abundance of caution, the city wants to protect residents. The city is committed to bring the water system back to normal levels once the storm has passed and crews can stabilize the system. Now, the goal is to lift the advisory as soon as possible, again, from the city of Corpus Christi. This is to ensure the destruction of all harmful bacteria and other microbes. Yeah. Water for drinking, cooking, and making ice. Okay, here it is. Water for drinking, cooking, and making ice should be boiled and cooled prior to consumption. I think we kind of get this. We've done it a few times. So
we have, although this time it does not involve, water for bathing,
right?
That sort of thing.
Right. This is a boil water alert. So we don't have to depend on bottled water to take a shower. You can still.
That's true.
You can still wash your clothes.
And hopefully this will be lifted quickly.
Can you update the graphic with the
terribly surprised because I think this happens as a matter of course when you've got a storm like this going through the community. Yeah, I think so, because you've got water in places that you wouldn't normally have it, and you just need to check to make sure there's been no contamination. So, taking the city at its word here, this is out of an abundance of an indication.
We're in not totally calm winds.
This time.
Wind died down from 140 down to maybe 45 to 50. We never went calm. Pressure's down to 93, 937, 936, right in that area. Gets bouncing around. I'm not gonna 135, we're in Rock Park. We're in the kind of the northwestern eye wall. This ever moderate, some major damage in the area. All the electricity's out here, so can't tell you the extent of the damage. Just tremendous amounts of debris, huge amounts of debris through the air. As the eye wall came in about 15 minutes ago, it was the only way to describe it was like a rotating wall of debris moving at 140 to 150 down the highway here. And as the eye wall got within about 2 miles of us to 1 mile of us, it was horrific, tremendous, just tremendous damaging winds and destruction. It was, if you stepped outside, it literally looked like you were inside of an F5 tornado. It was just unbelievable. Horrendous amounts of debris. This thing's like a debris machine. I mean, it's just unbelievable the amount of debris. I was telling you earlier, if that northwest eye wall would get here and we got those 140, 145, that these buildings would come apart. That's exactly what happened. And it is happening, and it's going to continue in the backside as we're in the kind of the western eye wall, northwestern eye wall, and as it rotates up north here, we'll see what happens. My wind's going to change the direction, and we're going to try to escape, but there's so much debris on the road. Nails, roof, nails, all that. I'm trying to see if the street's got water. It looks like 35 is water-free right at this moment at my location. Don't see any high water storm surges yet, but I guarantee it's not very far away. I know that. It's like probably a block south of me, there's a storm surge. There's no doubt about it. Especially as that western eye wall comes in and the winds come off the water. So, south-southwest, that's when we're going to have storm surge coming in. So we got like a double threat coming. Almost on the ground now. Wind changes direction, debris going to fly the other direction, and the storm surge is coming. opposite field over there. This whole thing, all the I-beams collapsed here. Those are 12 inch by 12 inch I-beams, steel posts. They have 12 of them that collapsed. It totally broke. It went airborne like literally like a torpedo. And the wind's changing direction. It's gusting different directions. It can't make up its mind which way it wants to blow from because we're right on the eye, right on the edge of the eye. Oh my gosh, look at this. Gosh. Uh-oh, the wind's starting to pick up out of the north. Well, now the east. Now I'm coming around the northeast to north. Look at the sheet metal. It's going to come flying south. I'm going to get back in the car. Let me keep my eye on this. Okay, I'm gonna hopefully come up with an escape route here pretty quick. Let me do some things here. I'm just gonna let the feed here. I'm not injured. We're fine. Just we had a building, a couple of buildings right over some nearest collapse, and the roofs collapsed and the buildings have collapsed. But we're fine.
hours.
All right, 10:07. Harvey has made landfall.
Okay.
10:07. Harvey has made landfall.
Wow.
There's no changes to the hurricane or storm surge warnings.
The only thing that means is that, you know,
it's official at this point, but the storm continues.
The storm continues, but the worst of it, we can see the end eventually come here.
Man, oh man, look at that. That would be Saturday, Sunday morning, back approaching Corpus.
I wonder what's making it do that. What is?
You know, I know there's been a big area of high pressure out in West Texas, and
forcing it down.
That could easily just runs into that and just hitting a brick wall and turning around, and then it goes back toward Houston. There's the rainfall that you can still
40 inches.
40. Incredible. And there you go. That's the latest on Hurricane Harvey. Now made landfall, but still a dangerous storm and still very dangerous winds out there for at least another 3 to 6 hours.
Can you imagine just 6 hours of sitting with a Category 4 storm?
No. We didn't have to do that.
Beyond comprehension.
Now, Heather Gustafson was at an apartment complex earlier. Not sure how much earlier, but she has a perspective on Hurricane Harvey as it was a lot stronger in that area. But let's look at that now.
We're here at the Cranes Apartments where the roof of one of the apartment complexes has been blown off. And what started that was when this giant tree right here was pushed over. It's a huge tree. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of debris around the area, but this is the biggest tree that we've seen knocked over yet. And it looks like it fell into this right corner apartment complex, because now all over the ground and right across that fence, we're seeing parts of the building. And I think a little bit just flew off there. And I think we're gonna get out of this area because debris is coming down. What you're looking at is that debris from the roof at the Cranes Apartments, and we're gonna get out of the area before anything else falls down. Reporting on Panama near Weber, Heather Gustafson, 3 News.
Okay, and that was from earlier today. We're going to go right now to our phones, and Kevin Carruth, city manager of Rockport, who's been so gracious, has been talking to us. We wanted to talk to you, Kevin, because you know Harvey has made landfall.
So
and tell us what's going on. We're hearing different
just
things
at
on our
9
side
foot
as well.
on the reference for my elevation, but you know, who knows? Well, he's got 9. What are you at? 940?
I got 945.
He's
right
got
now.
945.
By the lake.
And I've got I'm a little bit lower than that.
Where you at?
I'm 933.
Oh, that's way too low.
Yep.
It needs to be calibrated.
Yeah, I'm at. It says 9 foot on the elevation, but I'll go back and we'll recalibrate it. So you're about, how much difference are you right now from me?
Just 14, because, well, what are you right now?
931.
I'm at 945.
Okay, so 14. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, we're in the eye now. It's calm here. I don't want to venture out too much. Watch for any power lines down. The winds are down maybe about 5-10 miles an hour now. We're in the eye. We're in the eye. We've made it. The buildings around us have all collapsed behind me at this location. I'm just going to venture out here a little bit, not long. We're in the eye. We're going to come up, escape. I see big guys now. The wind's picking up back out of the east here, straight in the east, maybe about 10 to 15, but we're basically in the eye now. Winds shut down from 145. Father, it looks like, hey, some of you got a flashlight. It looks like these buildings next door have collapsed. And I got security lights, flashing lights going off. I'm down maybe about 15 miles an hour. Guys, do you want to, while we got a chance, do you want to go down to the HV down here? And it's get on the other side of the block wall. Down here, there's an HV down here about to my west, because it's a big shopping center. It's a big concrete wall. I think it's like west of here, about maybe a mile or so.
I don't know if I would trust a shopping center, because the roof goes and that wall could go.
Right. Do you want to stay here?
Well,
Because
we
the
could
wind.
do.
Huh?
So we're getting like dead calm now in the
Right.
eye. The center of the eye is going to go across the other side of the bay. We can rush across that bridge right now while it's calm and not have to worry about wind.
about and identify any other potential sources.
Well, this is just, you know, clearly it appears Rockport has taken the brunt of this storm, at least from what we know so far, and it's just a shame. Would that be the worst of the damage as far as you can tell so far?
Well, I just don't have anything to compare it to. But like I think I said earlier, we brought everybody in at 5 o'clock for their own safety, and have not been out since then. So just don't know what the rest of the community looks like.
Give us an idea, if you would, of what the plan will be once the weather clears enough so that you can get moving.
Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll get teams out to do a preliminary damage assessment, make sure what roads can be cleared and what we need to get equipment out to clear them, get our utilities, assess them so we have potable water operating and wastewater, and of course any places where we have people trapped or people injured, so we can get to them.
Kevin, as far as getting any help from other agencies, have you heard from anybody already willing to help you guys out in your police department and sheriffs?
I'm certain that the EOC has. We are here at the backup EOC, and folks downtown are the fighting point on those. So I'm certain we're getting those calls. They're in touch with the DDC and state resources, and of course nobody can get here until things calm down.
And so we're talking about help from other people. Any indication that you're going to receive help from, has anyone called and said, you know, we're willing to get there to Rockport and help you guys investigate the damage and assess just how bad things were?
Well, we know that the state and federal resources will be available to us. It's already been declared a disaster area locally and on state level. I'm certain the federal declaration, if it hasn't already happened, will be forthcoming very shortly.
Kevin, we've been talking to you on and off throughout the day and into this evening, and I can tell that your voice has changed in the sense of, you know, I don't know how you know, it's certainly a lot more. It sounds like there's obviously so much subdued, yeah, and so much going on. What can you tell us? What you're feeling personally?
It's going to be a disappointment in the morning. You know, this is a very special place, and knowing that it's going to be different will be hard. Knowing that we've got people that are hurting is always difficult. But as we discussed earlier this evening, it will also be an opportunity to start anew, and we'll just have to take it one day at a time.
The city of Corpus Christi has already issued another water boil alert. You were speaking earlier about making sure you have potable water. Would you anticipate the need for a water boil at this time there in Rockport?
Not at this time. One of the very first things we'll do as soon as it's safe to get out is we have a couple of water storage facilities. We are maintaining pressure on the system right now with generators to back up our pumps, but we need to get to them so we can make sure everything is still good to go. And right now, our SCADA system is telling us that everything's fine, but we need to lay eyes and hands on those facilities just to double check.
All right. Okay. Well, listen, I know that everyone here and everyone who is watching tonight is sympathizing and praying for folks there in Rockport, praying that it's not as bad as perhaps we first think it is, and that anyone who is trapped in a building is going to be okay ultimately. But we'll await word from you on finding that out. I guess as soon as you get information, would you get back to us and let us know?
Yes, sir. Sure will.
Okay.
Prayers.
All right,
for
Kevin,
sure, Kevin. Thank you.
Kevin
Thank you.
Carruth, the city manager of Rockport, joining us once again, and a busy night, a traumatic night for him, because that community, I think it's safe to say now, did take the brunt of Hurricane Harvey.
It's ground zero.
It was ground zero, as we kind of thought it would be, but confirmed now when we see that there are potentially several buildings there that have collapsed with people trapped inside. We've heard about a police squad car with windows broken.
You just feel the pain, you know?
Yeah.
You just feel the pain knowing, you can hear it in Kevin's voice that, you know, it's his community, it is his city, it is where he lives, and, you know, to know, as he said, that people may be hurting and you cannot get out there as much as you know they would love nothing more than to be out there rescuing whoever needs help. But the fact that that is impossible right now is painful.
And he's, you know, made clear the fact that the city is now different. Even if they repair, which they will, and rebuild and, you know, get back stronger than ever, it is different in that it had to undergo tonight. And it shows you that no place is immune from the ravages of Mother Nature. And hurricanes are nature's most destructive force, and we're going to see, I'm sure, evidence of that when we go to Rockport tomorrow and take a look.
And Bill, the eye is looking like it's really centered and dead on now.
Yeah, right there.
Right over it. Landfall at 10:07 over there, near the Pocono Bay Bridge. And it's awful.
Yep.
And right in front of it, all that red, that's still very strong weather. And even here in Corpus Christi, and Sinton, and Refugio, and Beeville, and Mathis, and Orangeville, every city up there is seeing strong weather right now.
Let's go back to our telephone. We've got Mayor Joe McComb joining us now. And Mayor, thank you.
Yes, sir.
What would you, how would you assess things at this point?
Well, I'm sitting in the dark at my house right now, so I haven't been able to watch much television since we talked last. It went off just shortly after my last visit with you.
Right.
But you know, I still have phone. I get my emails and text, and I got a copy of the update on the loss of power out at the water treatment facility. And so
that is the reason for the water boil.
Yeah, we lost power out at the water facility, and I think under the rules and regulations of the TCEQ, you know, when you do that, that means you can't monitor the system. They automatically issue these water boils. I don't think there's any problem with the water, and I can't imagine how it could be if it was good when the electricity was going and all of a sudden it's off. It just doesn't deteriorate that quick, but the rules don't have much flexibility from what I understand. And we're required to issue this water boil, and I think as soon as they can restore power, be able to read the gauges, make sure that all the water systems still meet the criteria for the quality water, that it will be lifted. But I'm not sure how quickly we can get power restored out there.
So it is still out as far as you know?
As far as I know, yes, sir.
Okay. We were wondering why there wouldn't be a generator system in place similar to what we have, where if you lose power, the generators instantly kick in.
I can't answer that question. I don't know.
Do you think that should be the case? It just seems logical if after every power outage.
But I don't know whether it's, you know, I don't know whether it's a multitude, you know, multiple location of reading gauges and it all comes into one central location. I just can't answer that question. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Mayor, I don't know if, well, you said you lost power, so I don't know if you heard, but we were talking with Kevin Carruth, the city manager over in Rockport, and just, you know, there are apparently people that are trapped in a building
Yeah, at least one.
At least one. I would imagine that as being mayor of City of Corpus Christi, that you can feel, obviously, for the city of Rockport and everything that they're going through. Well, we're going through, you know, the hurricane just the same, but they're really getting the brunt of it.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, I mean, they are getting hammered, and somebody just texted me that I think they still have power, I guess, and said, according to what Bill Vessey's telling them, that it's going to go up, kind of circle around and come back, and go up to Beeville, turn around and come back, and then go back through Rockport again or something. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
It is awful. Would the city of Corpus Christi be able to assist in some way, do you think?
I mean, we will do whatever we can do to help anybody. Of course, we'll have to, once this whole event is over, we've got to assist what, you know, our needs and responses need to be, but I can certainly tell you that if it's any way possible to, you know, shake some folks loose to help them do whatever they need to do. I had a hard time understanding. Did you say somebody was trapped in a building or something? I didn't hear that.
Well, what we're hearing, we got a notification from, where did that come from?
The National Weather Service passing along information from the Aransas emergency manager.
Okay, we do have a picture of it coming up of the building that collapsed. It was right there. I don't know if you're in front of a TV set, Mayor.
He doesn't have power.
Okay, you don't have power now. But we're showing a picture of a collapsed building there where reportedly some people are inside. Now, we initially heard that from the National Weather Service, and they were passing along information. And then we talked to the city manager of Rockport, Kevin Carruth, who told us that it's not one building, it's several buildings where people are trapped and where the buildings have collapsed. You know, he's still in the process, I believe, of trying to assess just how much damage there is. And it's dark there, and they're not sending out crews because it's too dangerous still. The winds are too strong. So they don't fully know.
Well, yeah, it's just, you're kind of in no man's land right now because the storm's still pretty strong. I don't know what the winds are now. Are they beginning to die down, or are they?
No.
Yeah, not yet.
There's still 130, Mayor.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I just, like I said, I'm in the dark, and all I've got is my phone and what people can text to me. I can't get on the internet, and I can't. There's no television, so I'm
okay. Well, what we're showing now, we've actually got, somebody sent us, or texted us, I guess, a picture of this collapsed building, and it's hard to make out what it is.
Right, but you can tell that it's definitely collapsed on the right-hand side. Okay. Is that where the people are? We hope not, on the side that looks destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope not. But, I'm sure they will determine tomorrow what building that is and why people were in there and so forth. Yeah, the folks in Rockport going through quite a traumatic experience, and it's certainly not over yet. So as far as Corpus Christi is concerned, I assume you're recommending that people still not get out on the roads.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
You need to. I mean, you'd be. I think you'd be tested for sanity if you got out and started trying to drive in this stuff.
Yep.
You just need to stay where you are and hunker down, and hopefully this stuff will pass. I don't know the time schedules. Like I said, I haven't had any information really since I lost power last time I talked with y'all. So I don't know whether I didn't know whether the storm had passed far enough that we could start seeing some decline in the wind speeds and this sort of stuff. Have you heard anything in terms of the water levels or what the potential tide levels are? Is that coming up near what they?
In Corpus Christi Bay, it's supposed to be 8 feet, Mayor.
8 feet above normal?
8 feet of storm surge. And high tide is another 1.25 feet at little after 6 in the morning.
Well, I think, I don't think that gets over I think maybe with the exception of the roadway going out to the island, to the university, I think probably the seawall and all along Ocean Drive, that still doesn't breach the top of that, I think. I don't know what.
We were downtown earlier, and I think we counted up 12 feet, and we still had several steps to go before we got to the top.
Yeah. So, you know, hopefully that's peaked out and will start reducing. I just don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Anyway, I wish I had a little more information, but I'm.
You're kind of in the dark, quite literally.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And figuratively. But about this water boil, you anticipate that it will be over quickly, so long as things check out once the power can be restored to that plant, right?
Oh, I think so. I think they just, you know, obviously if the power's out, they can't see there in the plants, and the computers are all down that do the monitoring of the different processes in the system, and then I guess it comes back to a general computer with all of them, you know, showing that they're all in compliance, and they don't have a way to read them. Either one, I mean, obviously one or all of the computers are down. I don't understand how it's configured, but and how quickly AEP can restore power out there. And I think once it comes up, I mean, it should be fine. But the rules are the rules, and that's what we got to go by.
Yeah, and that really is the crux of it. There's no choice being made here. It's a rule that if power is restored. The only thing I questioned was whether a generating system similar to what hospitals have, what we have as a TV station, and
I'm
others
sure that's going to be a priority.
Might be something that the city would consider doing just to avoid situations like this.
Well, I can assure you that question will be asked.
There you go. Mayor, thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor, and we'll keep in touch, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Can we take a look once again at those pictures that we have, Carlos, from Rockport, of that building that collapsed? Sure. Again, we were talking to the city manager from Rockport, who said that this was one of several buildings that had collapsed there in the city, and it's something that we obviously, our hearts go out to the city of Rockport, and we hope that when we're talking about people being trapped, it's not what we're seeing here on the right side.
Now that looks to be that. What's that?
It's Twitter, though.
Oh, okay.
And this hasn't been confirmed.
Hadn't been confirmed, so we probably better not go with it.
What's going on?
Well, it's just that picture may be that it's where they say the building is collapsed, but we have to check it out first to make sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We don't want to do it yet until we confirm it.
There you go.
So, well, there you have it. And landfall now is complete for Hurricane Harvey. The strong winds continue in Rockport, as you heard. There are reports of buildings collapsed there with people trapped inside, and they simply, the emergency responders simply can't get to them because of conditions being as bad as they are still in Rockport. So this will be an ongoing situation throughout the night and to tomorrow morning, when a little daylight, I'm sure, will give them a better perspective and allow them to make some other choices. But this has just been an awful storm for them, focused on Rockport from the beginning.
Bill?
Words don't describe. I can't express my sorrow for everybody over in Rockport. What a terrible night. What a terrible night. And Godspeed to everybody over there.
You bet. Anything else we can go to, guys, or what do you want to do?
Okay. Listen, we're going to do a quick change for right now.
Our wall-to-wall coverage continues because this is a crisis that will require an awful lot of examination
and monitoring.
And things are changing. This is not over. We've got many more hours of rain and high winds and so forth. So this is far from over. Our colleague Rudy Trevino will come here and replace us, and we'll try to recharge and collect our thoughts a little bit, and we'll continue keeping you up to date as best we can on the progress of Hurricane Harvey. Now, still a Category 4 storm.